Yeah, since this is not X-rated, we don't have to go into too much detail.
And
But
unfortunately,
I did turn them down. I felt like it was traumatizing more, but some people did accept the treatments, and they said it didn't help. But essentially, it reinforces the programming with the orgone. I guess the
yeah,
orgasm thing. So yeah, so Preston was yeah, well, and then the guy in charge of the Montauk project was Jack Pruitt. Do you know who I'm talking about? Jack Pruitt. Do you what do you think? Yeah, I'll stop. What do you think?
yeah, they're tampering with the connection. I didn't hear what you were saying.
Yeah. So do you remember Jack Pruitt, the head of the Montauk project?
No.
Okay, so supposedly Jack Pruitt was getting his orders from an AI or some yeah. That's, so even like
Yeah.
the people that run it, but what do you think of that, Rob? Who was running Montauk? Oh, you're breaking up. You want? Could you say that again?
Yes, they're tampering with the connection, James.
Okay. All right. So we got, and then we have. So what else we got? So Montauk itself was. It looks like it was in a pocket reality over the Camp Hero area around the, I guess, the early mid 70s, maybe somewhere around then. And it was like a day in springtime. They just froze time, in like late afternoon. Does any of that resonate with you, Raw? What do you think? You there? You can you hear us? Oh my gosh, guys. Maybe we're gonna have to change the topic. I feel like I want to. Let's try one more question about Montauk. Okay. Let's see
Yeah,
here. So
you
go
can
ahead.
see that they're tampering with the connection, right?
Yeah, yeah. So I do not consent. But anyway, so how about let's do. Actually, I wanted to show this picture here. Let's do this picture. So back in. Hold on. Let's get this thing going here. Hold on. I think it may be because I'm sharing my photo. Oh wait, not this one. Darn it. Oh my gosh, it's not showing up. Well,
Well, let me
go ahead.
tell you.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Let me tell you real quick about the time travel back to Montauk. Now, when I time travel back to Montauk, now of course I do not retain a lot of the current memory. So when I went back to there, I landed on the beach. I was on the beach. Now I didn't even know that Montauk had a beach. I don't. But when I get there, I noticed that there are people running uh, through the woods. Now I can see this from the beach. So I come off of the beach and I begin to make my way to um, the wooded area, and I notice that there is a tree that is trying to capture um, these people, and they I think that this particular tree uh, did capture someone and then kill them. And what happened was within these projects. Now we know about the Philadelphia experiment and how when you're tampering with these experiments, bad things happen because you don't understand the physics behind this, and people got fused to the ship. Same thing with the landscape. What happened back then? Whatever technology that they were tampering with, these particular two people. Now, one of the guy names were Gene, and the other guy was Sam. Gene, um, what Sam was the tree guy, and he was a part of these the Montauk project, and became infused. Well, I'm not gonna say fused. His whole genetics shifted. He became a part of the landscape with this tree.
Okay. Awesome. Okay. So wow. And while you were at
And
Montauk, do you? Oh,
that was a,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
he wasn't like the sand guy from the Spider-Man movie.
Breaking up a little bit. Spider-Man movie. Okay. I'm not even sharing my screen this time. Are you still there, Raw? Or audience members can hear me? Is it me? Anybody in the chat? If you hear me, do you hear me? Say something. Oh my God. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Did we freeze? Hello? Raw? Yeah. Oh, they all hear me? Okay. Raw. Oh my God. So let's see here. Yes, you're good, James. Okay, maybe he'll come back. If not, I'll just keep filling you in, I guess. Let's just go to, let's see here. Let's go to, while we're waiting for him. If not, we'll just give him a minute or two. Let's get out of here. So here's Camp Hero. For those of you, no clue where we are in the world. So here it is. All right, Camp Hero. So the story goes essentially that they were a group of Project Paperclip Germans scientists that were kicked out of Brookhaven. Okay, so that was about the 1960s, because there was a certain senator that found out how extensive their MK Ultra research had advanced into. So we just had Jimmy Payne on here, and he actually defined what MK Ultra stands for. So there's the definition of MK Ultra. So that's what they were looking for. So the senators were like, "Oh my God, that's absolutely insane! No, we're not going to fund this type of research." So these German scientists so I guess it was in 1968, the former Air Force Base Camp Hero was decommissioned, and it was basically around 1972. These German scientists decided to open up the Montauk program. And eventually, with the time travel technology, they were able to put a whole pocket reality around the whole area. And many of the children were in this reality for 30 years, sometimes longer. And then they would be utilized on these missions, sent back in time over and over and over again through many lifetimes and re-aged. So even though the children might have been at Montauk for 30 years, they could have been for 5,000 years gone in time. So basically, they figure out, similar to hijacking the reincarnation cycle, but you're not actually dying, you're being re-aged over and over again. So this basically went on until the mid-1970s, and then I think it was around 1981, some of these German scientists wanted to continue their research without the watchful eye over at Camp Hero of the military, because the military was in charge of this particular program. So in 1981, some of these scientists went back to Brookhaven, and this time they were working on what was called the Sun Gate. So they found some technology in the Amazon somewhere, or maybe it was in Central America. I'm not sure exactly where basically it was a when you activate the technology, it would create a bubble and like a ship, and you would travel inside of it. So they figured out the way to act, because it was this like some kind of reptilian technology where they were required to sacrifice a child. So it had to be a child, particularly from that area. So there was like a little embalming chamber where blood would drain down and activate the sun gate. So children would be abducted from this particular part of the world, and once the natives realized what was going on, they stopped participating, to cooperating with the Americans scientists, and that's why they needed to bring some of the psychic children over from the Camp Hero Montauk program, bring them over to Brookhaven to continue on their experiments. And a lot of these children are still on ice today. They bring them out of stasis to utilize them when needed. So we were talking about Montauk 2.0. Hold on, that's Montauk 2.0, because there's a 3.0, because when the Camp Hero was shut down, they moved it over to New Orleans. There's an abandoned military complex down there. Welcome back.
Yeah, I knew that was going to happen, James.
You missed out a great present. I was just explaining a little history of the Montauk program. Uh, do you feel confident to continue talking about this, or what do you think? Should we just change the subject?
I don't care, man. You got to understand that no matter what, they are going to try to stop us regardless. They can control the internet. Okay, they call it the internet for a reason, but let's just go. Let's keep going for it. Now, like I said, this particular guy, uh, Sam, he became a part of the landscape, and Gene also became a part of the landscape. He was the sand guy, and the tree guy had already killed. I think it was one person that he killed before I even approached that area, and then I saw, other people that worked on that base begin to run. So once Sam spotted me. Now Sam could not move through the woods, being a tree, so he sent his roots from up on the ground to follow me. That's when I made my way back towards the beach, and I felt a little bit more safe and calm being towards the water. Now, he started coming towards the beach, this tree guy, Sam. Gene then rose up. He rose up and got between me and the tree. He was trying to stop um, the tree from capturing me and killing me, because if he had got me, he would have killed me without a doubt. His mind, when I connected to Sam, his mind was not right, man. He was already tormented and pissed off, but he was becoming more or less um, angry, but more of a tree conscience. When I connected to Gene, which was the sand guy, uh, he retained more heart center. He wanted to do what was right, and he was more loving and compassion. That's what I got with him, telepathically. But I ended up coming back, traveling back to this present time, but retain all of that knowledge from what happened in certain projects.
Oh, okay. So from Montauk, you were sent to other programs.
Yes,
All right.
yes.
So do you have an idea how many years you were at Montauk? If you don't, that's perfectly fine. Most people don't remember that anyway.
Yeah, I don't know how many years, but I know that what they was trying to do with these particular guys, these particular boys, were create psychic soldiers. That's pretty much what I am now. I'm a psychic soldier. Um, so when the other Navy projects started, now I would do this one military mission for the Navy. One of the girls from our timeline had gotten taken by a particular being in second density. Now, when that military mission happened, we was in third density. Now, I want to let people know that we are no longer in third density. We're in the lower fourth density as we speak right now, and currently moving up. We are in fourth density, and a lot of the negative Anunnaki control the lower fourth. And when we got in fourth density, a good indication is when Biden stole the election with that whole group. Biden is just a head figure, a puppet. But that particular Anunnaki controls fourth. So they are in control of this presidential arena. Okay, now let's get back to the military mission. They sent me to second density to retrieve a girl. Now, when you're coming from third density to a very low frequency, it is harsh on the angelic body. It is very harsh. Now, think of sticking your finger inside a metal fan that is spinning, but your finger don't get cut off. It's just vibrating in pain. That's what second density felt to my spiritual body. So I'm pissed off. When I get there, I'm pissed off. That's the type of atmosphere it is. Now, it's almost just like how you go into the astral realm and everything is like a darkish hue atmosphere. Now, when I get there, I'm seeing people and I'm looking into their eyes, and it's like they have no hope there. It's like they have no hope whatsoever. So I'm walking down this this street, and the houses there, man, those houses should have been abandoned. You got people living in poor conditions in that lower density. And I did spot this girl. I spotted the girl that the Navy wanted me to bring back to our timeline, and she was out there in the street openly having sex with this being. Now, I'm gonna explain what this being looked like. This being was very tall, maybe about 7 foot tall, and he was jet black and had spikes going up and down his body. He had horns. It looked like he had armor on. That's exactly what it looked like. I don't know what type of being that was, but when I telepathically linked with this girl, I didn't get that. She was taken from. I think that she was willingly there. So when I gathered that, I'm not going to take someone out of the environment that they want to be in. I think that she was in love with this being. So, and yeah, they was out in the open just having sex, and the position that he had her in, you would never see a human being having sex in that type of way. But when I got back uh, in in my timeline, once I got back in my timeline, my body was on fire. I couldn't hardly breathe. I couldn't catch my breath. I couldn't scream out to my wife and my oldest son. I had to pick up my phone, James, and call my son, which was inside the house. And I told him to bring me some water. I was deeply hydrated. And he brought me some water. He was like, "Dad, what's wrong?" I said, "Just give me a minute." I had to give myself at least 5 minutes to calm down because my body was in so much pain.
Wow, so that was like a secret space program mission that you were on, and they returned you.
Yeah,
Was it actual? Was it actual?
it was a Navy mission. They knew that some girl had gotten taken, and they knew with the psychic abilities that I had. But wait, let me back up. Before I left and got back, there was there was two beings that I killed before I got back. Now there was a bull who what's what they call the humanoid bull? Is that the Minotaur?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I killed one of those beings. Now I travel through dimensions in every timelines. A lot of times through the trees. Now every tree, whether it be an earth realm, whether it be in another density, they are all connected like a web, like a hive mind. All trees everywhere in every density are connected. I don't know why, but they are. And that's how a lot of times I travel. I travel through the trees. So uh, I saw this minotaur trying to cut down my way back to my timeline, and I killed it. So after I killed that being, I'm gonna tell you another type of reptilian that was down there. This particular reptilian looked almost like an ape, but it had a dark um reptilian face, but it was hairy. It looked almost like what we would say a silverback gorilla looked like, but it had a reptilian face.
Keep talking. I'm just looking for the picture.
Yeah, so
I think I might have. Well, this one isn't hairy.
Once I killed that minotaur, that's when the tall reptile yeah, something like that right there.
Which one? Which color?
Like the black one, but it didn't have like the armor. It was all black fur. Face kind of came out just like this one right here, the big one. Now that being was about 8 foot 9 foot tall, and when I'm in my etheric body, I was just as tall as that being, and I ripped both of those beings apart. That's how pissed off I was.
So it says a Jarakian Draco Royal Guard. This is a Jarakian warrior, and this is the warrior class that looks like a knockoff officer. I'm not
That's
sure.
That's the being, man, and it had fur. Does that being have fur on it?
I can't really tell. I mean, this green one looks furry, but
that being right there, the tall one,
I can't tell. One. I can't tell. Yes. All right, well, I'll take your word for it. So that's what the Thuban Draco look like that. All right, so I guess we went into Montauk, one of these missions. It says here you went AWOL. You want to explain why would you? I mean, they recruited you, and so yeah, why would you want to escape?
That was when the edge regressed me, and I went to this military colony that was colonizing another planet, another Earth-like planet, and I was at the age of 17. Now I don't remember if I was younger than that, but the time that I retained that memory, and this was not too long ago. This was not too long ago. So I remember there was a group of us, another guy and two other girls. And this one particular girl, she had a ponytail and hair that came out like that. And she had her jacket, her military jacket, wrapped around her waist and just hanging off her bottom. And she had the tank top. So we had already planned to get the fuck off the planet. We wanted to escape. We're teenagers, and we rebelling against the military and trying to get back to Earth. So in this compound, this military compound, it's open like a fort. There's military vehicles there, almost like how we got them here, but built a little bit durable and better. There's fence. There's weapons. There's a place that we can park the UFO craft. And there's guards walking around our age, man. Very I'm not gonna say like strict military mind, because we get to have a little fun as well. We get to be who we are. So it wasn't as strict, but when it came down to being where you needed to be, doing your job, if you didn't have downtime, then that's where you needed to be, because you would get into some deep trouble. So we're hiding behind a vehicle, and I'm hiding behind this post. I'm hiding behind this curved post, and I noticed that there's two canine dogs coming my way. So, and I'm like, I hope these damn dogs don't see me, man. So when the dog come around the curve, I already got my face, towards this metal fence, and I'm just thinking, I hope he doesn't see me. the dog walk up behind me, and I can feel his nose on the back of my neck. And that's kind of freaky feeling anyway. And he's just sniffing the back of my neck, and I'm freaking out. I'm like, man, if this dog bite my ass, I'm gonna flip. I'm gonna flip out. So I saw that he was kind of friendly. Now that military dogs, they're well trained, but I guess because I was in the compound and they noticed us as being so.
Here we go again.
Yes, I just said, here we go again. So when he sniffed the back of my neck, I kind of nudged him. Once I noticed that he wasn't gonna bite my ass, I kind of nudged him and then turned my head towards him and petted him. So I'm like, okay, well, we might as well go ahead and get up. So once we get up, we walk into these sliding doors that led into the base, and we're in um, what we call a military store where we have military gear that comes off from Earth. We get shipments from Earth. Like clothing, footwear. All kinds of stuff from Earth that we get.
How about beer?
I didn't see any beer, but so this one particular girl, Caucasian girl, she's pretty cool, man. Um, she's just looking around, and I'm watching her, and then we act like nothing is going on. What we're trying to do is not try to draw attention. We go out of this military store, and we're trying to get to the elevator to the top floor where the vehicles are at, the craft. So we did get there, start to make our way in the hallway. That's when we got noticed by one of the guys in charge, and he had to be like 35 years old. He wasn't old at all, but he was older than us. And I guess we wasn't where we were supposed to be. That's why he noticed us. So we run inside the elevator. He's running up the damn hallway along with this fat woman that's in full military gear as well. And I guess she was a high officer as well because she had like the dress on. Uh, so we get in there, and this guy, he comes in the elevator, and I'm 17 years old. But when I grabbed this guy, I was like 3 times as strong as I am now. I picked the guy up and I hit him up against the roof of the elevator, and I crashed him back down to the floor. Then I threw him back out. So once we get up the elevator, before the doors can even open, I'm shut off. That's when I know that they got to us, and they wiped my mind.
Yeah, wow. So we have Ileana, the Star Traveler. She said that if you even try to think about coming to planet Earth, you get these headaches, and if you actually attempt to do it, they could potentially blow up your the implants in your head. So, and then we have Daryl James. He says the logo. What happens if you try to set your coordinates on one of these ships to planet Earth? It will show whatever the Hanabu craft with was it like the eagle holding planet Earth in chains? Because basically this whole system is considered a prison planet and it's off limits. So I don't even think you would even been able to get back. But
Yeah.
did they even tell you off world? Was it even common knowledge that you were even allowed to come to planet Earth? I mean,
No, but we was gonna try anyway.
because yeah, because
We
they have
definitely look. Our plan. We're 17 years old. Our plan was not solid. We was just winging that shit. So we was just trying to get to the craft. We was trying to get to the craft.
yeah, because usually what they would do, they would show pictures of planet Earth destroyed around. This would have been around the early 50s. Planet Earth. Basically, the Americans found out that the Nazis were still down in Antarctica, so they put pressure on their governments to put cobalt bombs down there and end up burning up the whole planet. So from that other alternate reality, they have these pictures, and they actually have a museum of all these artifacts from planet Earth. And they say, well, planet Earth is destroyed, so you can't go back there. But the upper officers know. And yeah. So.
Yeah. I think
Okay. Go ahead.
I think the further you travel out to space, they're able to look down certain timelines to see how Earth has progressed. And on a lot of these timelines, they are seeing that Earth had been destroyed. Now, the timelines that I've accumulated, because we are in timeline wars, and I can tell you about a mission that I went on later to deliver a letter to someone in another timeline. But these guys that's out in space, once they look down the timelines, they can see, how far we progress. And a lot of the stuff that they are seeing is not too good. But doesn't mean that they are on the same timeline that we are on. So they could be, right when they're looking at these past timelines. I think they're looking at a lot of past timelines, a lot of timelines that was negative, and we did not merge into those.
Oh wow! So you're saying maybe once you go into outer space, all that Noctwolf and all this stuff may not even exist in this reality. It's another alternate reality.
Yes.
Okay, now that can totally blow your mind. But for the time being, we're just gonna keep progressing forward here in this interview because we still have you. I want you to talk about the Tic Tac UFO taken to the space station. Was this like the International Space Station?
Yes.
The international, the one that
well, they don't call it that now. You got to remember that a lot of this stuff that's in the media that you hear of these names, they're not the actual names. Just like with these, I explained that in Journey the Truth that a lot of these military names, as far as Project Mockingbird, Project Blue Book, all of that stuff is decoy names of what the real names are kept, and they are coded, and you need a special computer to decode the actual project names. So, and the military actually put those decoys out. So you're not really getting the actual project names. You need a special computer to decode the original names, and that is way above top secret.
What is there like? What is it? 32 or 35 levels above top secret?
Like probably higher than that, man.
The highest being cosmic class, silver, gold. I don't know.
And these computers are not like the ones that we have here. These are special computers.
Yeah, maybe they're made out of crystals.
Probably. I would think so.
Okay. All right. So let's see here. So how did you get aboard this Tic Tac? Maybe describe what does this actual Tic Tac look like? I mean, I guess there's videos of it online.
It looks just like a Tic Tac. It looks just like a Tic Tac, man. It's cream color white. Of course, that they say that from the newsstands, from the media, which always give these false lies to the public, that they don't know what they are. They're part of every military branch uses the Tic Tac. They transport people, they transport soldiers, they transport minor things like supplies to the space station and all around the planet. And we have several Navy docking stations just outside of Earth's atmosphere, but it all works with the Navy.
So how many Tic Tacs do you think they have? Is it just one or there's more?
Oh, there's more than that, man. Now, I couldn't tell you how many, but they belong to the military. I can tell you that.
And do you think they are the tier level craft, the TR3, what it be, J now, or H? What do you think? Do you know anything about that, the tier level craft?
I know about the triangle craft, yeah.
So is that the same thing, or is that something different?
No. totally different shapes, with totally different capabilities. Now, the Tic Tac is a basic. Think of the Tic Tac as like a school bus. That's all it is. It's a UFO craft that acts more like a school bus. It's a shuttle bus. So it's nothing spectacular like the triangle craft.
So inside, you see a bunch of like, passenger seats. Looks like a commercial airline, perhaps.
Yeah, and you can also stand up. You can stand up and sit down in this particular Tic Tac craft. Um, Now, the Tic Tac do have other special capabilities. Now, it's not designed for interstellar travel. You can actually use the Tic Tac if you really wanted to go from here to Mars. You can, but it's not going to be um, as durable and have the capabilities as the Triangle craft. But it can reach Mars.
How long would it take to? I guess first of all, let's start. With how does it actually pick you up? Do you get beamed on board, or do the
No, you
stairs
just
come
walk
down?
in.
The
It
stairs come.
opens up. It opens up from the side. It opens up from the side, and you just go in. Now, now let me explain the story first. Now, my best friend, he's we grew up in a poor neighborhood. We grew up in a poor neighborhood, and we didn't know as kids that we was going to end up in these projects. He's Indian and Mexican. His mother is a full-blooded Indian, and his father is Mexican, so he's mixed. And I know his grandparents that they're full blooded Indians. They're dead now, but as kids, you know, they would tell us stories, different things, back in their time, their day. But he joined the Navy um, after he got out of high school. I stayed within martial arts and started kickboxing and training. I didn't join the Navy in that aspect, but later I had already been a part of these Navy projects from the beginning. But he joined as an official human society within the Navy, and hadn't seen him in quite some time, so he wanted to see me. He was on the docking station up there doing work. So the Tic Tac picked me up uh, here on Earth and went outside of just outside of Earth atmosphere. Now you cannot see this docking station; it is cloaked. Has high tech technology up there. Now, once I get in to this Navy docking station, the it's fucking crowded up there, and we're talking about all sorts of extraterrestrials from military, their own military background to just uh, uh, people traveling from space that wanted to do business here on Earth, but they had to check in. Now, the ones that are checking in are doing it the right way, but we do have bad guys that do not want to check in because they got nefarious things that they want to do here on Earth. So they bypass us, but later get caught. So I'm on this Navy docking station, and I'm talking about it is so damn crowded, James, in there that we are shoulder to shoulder with different looking people up there from all walks of life. And I wanted to use the bathroom, so I'm able to get to the bathroom. Finally, able to get there and use the bathroom. Then I make my way to my best friend, his quarters, which is his room. So once I get in there, he's up there with his girlfriend, and I had to been up there maybe like a week before I say, man, I'm getting bored. My wife is down here on Earth, and I'm up there with him, just spending some time. But after a week of being up there, man, I get bored, and as soon as I say I'm bored, I'm back, just like that.
Yeah. So my computer crashed for some reason. Sorry about that. that has actually never happened before. But can you describe? Can you tell us what the exterior of this space station looks like? Unless it's cloaked and you can't even see it while you're approaching it. Or did you see it?
It's huge. Now I did see a portion of it, uh, but once the Tic Tac get you right up to the doors, it'll be almost impossible to explain, the dynamics of the space station. But just know that it's fucking huge. All of them are. Every single one of them. And there's plenty of docking stations that's up there.
Does it look like a wheel or like a spinning cylinder like this, or is it totally different? This is from the Expanse.
I go wait. I would say something.
Go up.
Down. Go down. Go down.
Go
Go
down.
down. Go down one more. Right there. Go. Right
What,
there.
this
Right
one?
there. It would. I would think that it looked something like that. I don't know why, but I feel like it's something circular like that.
Oh wow. Okay, so all right. So what was the purpose of? I guess it's like an intergalactic way station for people coming to planet, or not people, star people coming to planet Earth, probably.
Yes. This has to do with business that they want to conduct as far as trade. It has everything to do with trade, and then you'll have maybe some people that maybe just want to visit. But for the most part, man, they're not coming here just to visit. They want to do business.
Oh wow. So I guess like maybe large corporations are tied into the MEIC, Military Extraterrestrial Industrial Complex, and are allowed to trade perhaps on these special places on the planet Earth. Perhaps Diego Garcia, according to Randy Kramer, the biggest trading goods out there is beer and also uh, children's clothing, because a lot of you can imagine certain smaller species, uh, like in their culture, they might have one or two different types of robes, but then they see like, oh, let's get a pair of Jordans, and I don't know, I can imagine some grays, little miniature grays wearing Jordans. But anyway,
Oh yeah.
okay, so I guess that pretty much covers my questions about the space station. Yeah. Oh, and you don't really know how. So how about when were they built? I mean, we're told like what now, according to NASA, they're still working on the. I guess we have an international space station, but something bigger. But what do you think?
I think they will build. I don't know how old you are, James, but I'm 46. Um, I want to say they were in construction around the time of my father being in the Navy. Back in the he's 84, so I think they were probably constructing those right around that time.
What? Wow, we have Warner von Braun. Wasn't he talking about that ring station? So those were all that stuff was built. So we were anyway. We were given NASA the never a straight answer to be anyway. Okay, so let's go to our last little question here. You said you rescued children on brainwashed children on Mars. You want to go into that a little bit?
Yes. Now this was a mission for the Galactic Council. This was not a Navy mission. This was for the Galactic Council. Now, when it comes to the council, we don't care what type of children, or it could have been reptilian children that would been calling out for help. We would come and assist them in any way that we can. So them being Nazi children didn't matter to me. If you harm a child, then we are going to respond. If we can not break intergalactic laws of intervention, then we will do this for anyone requesting for help. So they asked me to show up and deal with this particular being. So when I do work for the council, it is of high importance. So I pop in on Mars. Now, understand that NASA has a base there. They have a base. They've been having a base for a very long time now. There's also other military forces on Mars as well that have bases above and below ground. They're not showing you this. Whatever they show you in the public eye with that little rover shit that they have out there, and they're just showing you this open spot. That's not, they're only showing you bullshit. There is a Nazi school above ground, and I'm pretty sure they got schools underground as well. But I was above ground on Mars, and I pop in. It's just like any other school that we have here. Desk, pencils, a chalkboard, all of this shit that we have here, they have that on Mars as well in a school setting. So when I pop in, I see this Nazi female. Now she's a teacher within this classroom, and I'm scanning, and I already feel like I have a Pleiadian conscience attached to me. And I'm scanning the room, psychically scanning the room, trying to locate this particular being. I know he's in there, but I cannot pick up his life force. Whatever technology he was using, masked his soul energy, and I couldn't pick up on it. So now I'm walking towards the chalkboard, and I now have this Nazi teacher behind me, blonde hair, blue eye behind me. Now, when I'm in that trance, I can see behind me. I don't need my eyes to see. I can remote view behind me. So she blew a kiss at this being. She knew where he was at in the room, but didn't want to give me his location. She kissed at this being. Then I spotted his location. I walked over towards him. Then I put my hands around his neck and I choked him out. I killed him on the spot. Now, when you deal with beings, they make a decision where we can't help you to do good things, then you have to be eliminated. And this being was doing a lot of bad things to these children. And I'm talking about bad things, James. Now, I don't know if I can mention that on your show, but he was doing a lot of bad things to these Nazi children, and he needed to be eliminated.
Oh wow! And so I guess he was part of that apparatus.
Yes.
Not, okay.
Yeah.
And is this somebody that we might know? Like his clone is here on planet Earth.
This was a hybrid being. Now I'm gonna tell you what this being looked like. This being was pasty white greenish, and he had ears that came out like a tube, and had on the end of his ear, it had like this shape right here, okay, and a hole where he can hear out of. It was some sort of hybrid. Didn't look anything. It was humanoid, but had no human features whatsoever. And it also had like a hunchback. It had a hunchback, but also had like a backpack on his back. I think that was technology that he was probably using.
Oh wow! And so, do you think was this the Mars Academy in New Berlin? Do you think that, or there's also New Warburg is the other city, and there's a third one. It'll probably come to me eventually.
I have no idea. When it comes to a lot of the Nazi stuff, I just don't deal with the Nazis. We're gonna have problems.
Do they treat you different because of the color of your skin out there, or do they get over all that?
Don't like I said, I don't deal with the Nazis, so I know that they do treat us differently here on Earth, so it will probably be no different out there in space. But yeah, as far as the Nazis go, I don't really mingle with them because of a lot of the negative things that they do. And they had no problem, James. They had no problem with that being doing this to the children.
But yeah, certainly, in at least at the German Academy there, The discipline is very strict. There's a lot of abuse. They would obviously like slap your hand, if you made a mistake with a ruler, that kind of stuff. And they encourage their children to compete with each other. So there's a lot of bullying going on. So yeah, you can just imagine how horrible it would be unless you were a bully yourself and you enjoy it.
Yeah, but that Nazi teacher, I really think that and I'm not trying to get her in trouble. I'm not trying to get her in trouble, but I think that she wanted me to kill him too.
The teacher wanted to kill who, or they wanted you to kill that?
That being that was doing bad things to the Nazi children.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't really telepathically link with her, but from her body language, I think that she was kind of pleased that I did away with that being.
Oh wow. Well, thank you for your service. Appreciate it. So yeah. All right. Well, we are near, I guess, the end of our journey here today. Is there anything else you wanted to mention that maybe we forgot to? I guess recruited to join a professional remote viewing group. So I guess you don't really have too much info on that, but
No, that was when it comes to this particular group. When I sent you the that text that they sent me. Now I have no idea who they are, but apparently they know exactly who I am and knew how to get in contact with me. They wanted to recruit me to be a remote assistant.
oh wow. Okay. Well, we'll see if we can get some more info on that next time. Christy she's saying that I guess that maybe that teacher was a slave too, but if she was, I guess she's enjoying the job.
Yeah, they really do.
And Christy wants to ask, did the children have virtual reality goggles? Did they use that type of technology? Do you remember?
Now I don't know which children are she talking about. She talking about the Montauk children or the Nazi children?
Probably the Nazi children.
Now I don't know about that. And the good thing about how the council set this operation up is that we knew when that being was going to be there, and there was no children there at all in that classroom when I killed that being.
Oh wow. Okay. Thank you for sharing that. All right. So let's see here. Double D is asking, while you were in the forest, I guess maybe the forest at Montauk, were you a Dogman or a Bigfoot? Because Bigfoot and Dogman travel through the trees.
I
So,
wasn't. I wasn't. Neither one of those. I was in my energetic body, and I can mask my energy to be and do as I please when I'm in that psychic mode. So I can be as big as a Bigfoot. I can be as big as the Earth if need be.
wow. Did you ever encounter any Bigfoot or Dogmen there out there?
Yes, yes. Not there, but I've encountered the Dog Man, and I've also telepathically linked with the Bigfoot. Now, if you want me to share one of those stories, I can.
Sure. Maybe we'll start with the Dogman, unless it takes long. We might have to bring you back on again because
Oh,
we're getting near time here.
okay. Now, the Dog Man was a military mission. The Dog Man was spotted in Spain. Now, you guys know about the black helicopters, right?
I don't believe in black helicopters. Do you? I'm just kidding.
Yes, they
But
have black helicopters. All right, were you joking? Was that a joke?
I cannot either confirm or deny. If you ever try to talk to high level, let's say joint chiefs of staff and start asking them poignant questions like this, their MK Ultra program will kick in. They might answer questions that way.
Okay, I get you. Yes, I was picked up in the military black uh, chopper, and now we know that these choppers are very advanced. They can shapeshift to a UFO. They can go from a chopper to UFO, and once this happens, I'll try to speed up this this story. So it morphed, and boom, I was in Spain. Now, for this mission, I work alone. A lot of these missions, I work alone. They consider me a high value asset in these military projects, and they know and depend on me to get the job done. So that's what I do. So when I get to Spain, I'm in a graveyard. Now, within these projects, we know just through time travel uh, where to be. We know where to be. And when I get there, I'm waiting for this family that's going to show up to grieve for a loved one. And I see this family shortly after I get there coming across the street to the graveyard. Now, it is a grandfather and I think four children. Two of those children are teenagers, and the other two are young. The grandfather, his daughter died, and these children are grieving over the parent, the mother. So I spotted this dog man on this brick walkway. I was already ready, had all the intel that I needed to deal with this particular dog man. So he comes around the walkway and he spot this family grieving. Now they feed off of that energy, any type of fear or sadness. They love that energy, you know. Um, so this guy, he wasn't even fully trans. He was between transformations. He had curly hair. His eyes were bloodshot red and had yellow. He had teeth that protrude out of his mouth and saliva dripping off of his jaws. He had a plaid shirt on and jeans, and now he was beginning. Now his hand had claws also that was extended. He never minded me. He can care less whether I was there or not. He walked towards this family, and by this time, the family has spotted both of us. So I tell this family, get behind me and stay behind me. That way I can better protect them. Well, the two teenagers, they take the fuck off are running. They started running. So it left me with the grandfather and these two smaller children. Uh, this dog man, I don't know if he was infected with something, but he's looking at the smaller child, the smallest child, which was a little girl. And before I knew it, my altar, I switched off. I switched off. And I knew after I switched, I made that switch, I'd already killed that being once I went into another altar.
Oh wow, thank you. That's basically it, the story.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I don't remember anything after that. Once you make that switch, your back altar now is in the front, and now you are now in the back. So you don't remember anything after that.
Okay, let me share my screen. We're gonna have to call it quits after this. So this is the XH75D, the TRASH75, XH75D. Did your helicopter look anything like this?
It looked exactly like a regular black helicopter, the ones that you would see in human society.
Okay, because yeah, I know at least that one, probably the one that you have. It looks just like a regular helicopter, but then it goes into levitation mode. It can become totally
Yes.
silent, and I guess we learned something new today that it can teleport. So.
Yes.
All right. Well, thank you, Raw. I know we had time to talk about your Bigfoot encounter. Well, let's try to bring you back in round two because I'm running out of time here. I know we had some great questions. Oh my gosh, we had questions from Sophie Dunn. Sorry, we'll have to come back with that one. Maybe we can talk in private. We have so Yvonne, much love and appreciation. Thank you, Yvonne. Valerie, dreamt she had a 20-foot black spider made. Okay, so she was Valerie's probably been on Mars. I don't know because Rock Cloud. I don't know if you remember spiders on Mars.
Yes, they are. They're huge as fuck too.
And I guess the 20-foot one, it looks more like a brown colored, kind of like a crab-like creature.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. And Double D wants to know, did they chip you?
Yes, I have 2 chips.
All right.
Next time we come on, James, I will have to shave my hair, but I'll be willing to show you the one that I have on top of my head. Now that is from the Galactic Council.
Wow.
The one for the military I have right here in my the bottom lip.
Oh wow. Okay. And somebody was commenting, do you look like or are you related to Denzel Washington?
No.
So here's him in a white hat. So I had let me get rid of this raw cloud. Oh gosh. Double D. There you go. Okay. So there you have it, everybody. Thank you, Raw Cloud. Everybody have a wonderful day. I will see you all later, probably on Monday. I don't know.
You can tell them how to reach me.
Oh yeah. Your the website to I guess the YouTube channel is in the description. So yeah, we also go check out his videos because I guess you put like a new video. It seems like almost every day a little 10-minute clip. So
yeah.
All right, everybody. Thank you. We'll see you all later. Have a wonderful day, and be sure to support the channel. Go get a book and buy a meditation cube. NeologicalTac.com. You can also make a donation to my nonprofit. So this goes some of my own experiences. I know you have one, so hopefully it's not blowing your mind too much, but maybe it is. I don't know.
Good book.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, there you all have it. Okay, now we are seriously gonna have to go because I'm already late. See you all. Bye. Please consider supporting Super Soldier Talk by purchasing your own Neo Meditation device. Your Neo Meditation device will help you reduce stress, integrate trauma, enhance intuition, enhance clairvoyance, and enhance creativity. Get yours now at www.neologicaltech.com.